The heart is welcome here. This space is soft, calm, and kind. There may be worry in the mind or tightness in the chest. There may be questions about the path ahead and whether the right doors will open. Let all of that be here without judgment. Growth begins when safety is present. Let the body settle with simple care. Place one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. Soften the shoulders. Take a slow breath in through the nose and let air fill the lower belly first, then the ribs, and finally the chest. Release the breath out through the mouth with an easy sigh, as if fogging a mirror. Again, breathe in gently, filling from low to high. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. One more time, a slow inhale and a long, relaxed exhale. The nervous system listens to this rhythm. With each long exhale, signals of safety travel through the body. Muscles loosen. The mind quiets enough to hear a kinder thought. If it feels good, whisper inside. It's safe for good things to find me. Let those words land like a warm blanket. No pushing, no force, only a small opening where light can enter. There may be an old story that says opportunities are scarce or doors are closed. That story was learned somewhere along the way. It is not the truth of this moment. A new chapter can begin with a tiny hinge, a hinge small enough to move even the heaviest door. The body understands tiny steps. The breath was a tiny step. A softer face is a tiny step. A kinder inner tone is a tiny step. When the inner tone softens, the outer world often responds in kind. It is a quiet law of harmony in the body. Relaxed attention sees paths that tense vision misses. Today's practice is simple. Notice tension. Place a hand where it lives. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. Offer a kind sentence. That is enough for now. Thoughts shape feelings, and feelings shape the body's posture and chemistry. The body then shapes actions. When thoughts are harsh, the body braces. When the body braces, actions shrink. When thoughts are kind, the body lets go. When the body lets go, actions become possible. This is not a theory. It can be felt. Scan from the forehead to the jaw. If there is clenching, the mind may be trying to control what is not ready yet. Let the jaw drop slightly. Next, notice the throat. A tight throat often means words have been held back or worry sits there. Place one finger on the notch at the base of the throat and breathe. Let the exhale soften that area. Notice the chest. If it feels armored, set the intention for a small softening, not a big change. Say silently, soften here, just a little. This is how safety is made inside the body, and safety invites openness. There is no need to rush. The calendar may say the day is busy, but the heart sets the pace. The heart's pace is steady and patient. It knows that one kind breath can change the moment, and the moment can change the day. As the day unfolds, keep a light awareness of posture. Are the shoulders creeping up toward the ears? Let them drop. Is the breath shallow? Let the belly rise on the inhale. Is the inner voice sharp? Try a gentle tone instead, like speaking to a dear friend. If helpful, repeat, "It's safe for good things to find me." Let those words coat the mind the way warm tea coats the throat. When doubt appears, treat it like a child who only wants reassurance. The answer is not an argument. The answer is presence. Place a hand again on the chest. Feel the heartbeat. The body beats without being told. Life is always moving in support, even when the mind cannot see the full pattern. Trust rises when the body feels safe. Safety grows with breath, touch, and kind words. This combination is one of life's simplest medicines. Use it early in the day. Use it before important choices. Use it when the night is quiet and thoughts feel loud. If writing helps, take a few minutes after this practice to let the pen move. Simple prompts can open gentle wisdom. What would feel 1% kinder right now? What would ease 1 inch of tension in the body? What is one thought that would support this heart today? Keep the answers short and honest. It is better to write, drink a glass of water than to craft a perfect sentence about transformation. Care grows from simple acts. Simple acts change the inner climate. The inner climate attracts new weather from the world. When the body is ready, add a small ritual to anchor this calm. In the morning, after brushing teeth or washing the face, meet the eyes in the mirror for a breath or two. Offer a soft smile, even if it feels small. A soft smile is not pretending, it is an invitation. Whisper, "You are safe with me." That single line begins to rebuild trust inside. Trust is the soil where new choices grow. New choices are the footsteps that lead to new doors. Now, here is a gentle secret about openings. The key is not force, the key is softness. The world often celebrates force, pushing, grinding, and never stopping. But the deepest doors respond to another key entirely. That key is willingness. Willingness is not surrender to defeat. Willingness is a friendly nod to life itself. It says, "I am open to a better way. I am open to support. I am open to learning." These words do not demand, they invite. Invitations are easier for the body to accept than orders. And the body's acceptance is what turns a thought into a pathway. Let these moments settle. Feel how the breath has more room. Feel the mind's edges loosen. Trust that this softness is strength. From here, the next part becomes clear and simple, like a handle that finally fits the hand. The door is ready to turn, not because it was forced, but because the inner lock is soft enough to receive the key. The three words that open every door of opportunity are simple and strong. I am willing. These words are a bridge. On one side of the bridge are old patterns, tight thoughts, and fearful habits. On the other side are fresh options, kinder stories, and supportive action. The bridge is not a leap. It is a step taken with grace. I am willing does not argue with the past. It simply points toward a new path and says yes to taking it one small step at a time. Say these words quietly now. I am willing. Feel the shape of them in the mouth. The tongue rests lightly. The jaw loosens. The chest opens a little. The belly meets the breath. The mind hears a signal that there is no battle to fight. Willingness does not demand certainty. It does not require every detail. It asks only for a small opening, and small openings are big enough for light to enter. When light enters, vision changes. When vision changes, the next step appears. I am willing can be followed by tender directions. I am willing to see this differently. I am willing to learn the next step. I am willing to receive support. I am willing to prosper. Each variation is like choosing a room in a bright house. Choose the room that matches the need of the moment. When the heart feels heavy, say, I am willing to let this be lighter. When a task seems too large, say, I am willing to take one simple step. When trust feels far away, say, I am willing to believe that life is on my side. Speak slowly and breathe between each phrase. Let the breath carry the words into the body. There may be a voice inside that says, but what if nothing changes? Meet that voice with kindness, not debate. Say, I hear that fear and I am willing to be gentle right now. The words I am willing soften the internal stance. Muscles ease, the face relaxes, the stomach unknots. Gentle physiology follows gentle language. This is practical. A relaxed body sees more paths and solves problems with more ease. In a relaxed state, the mind is creative, resourceful, and present. That is why willingness changes outcomes. It changes the state from which choices are made. Use I am willing at key moments in the day. Upon waking, place a hand on the heart and say, I am willing to receive a kind day. Before a decision, pause for one breath and say, I am willing to be guided to the next right step. When frustration rises, press the feet into the floor, feel the ground, and say, I am willing to soften this moment. Before sleep, whisper, I am willing to let rest restore every part of me. These small rituals create a rhythm of openness. Over time, openness becomes the default setting. Doors notice, doors respond. Willingness is not weakness, it is wise strength. Force says, it must be my way. Willingness says, let the best way be shown. Force fights with reality. Willingness partners with it. When partnering with life, support appears in ways the mind could not predict. A message arrives at the right time. An idea lands in the shower or on a walk. A conversation opens a path that was not on the list. None of this needs to be chased. It needs to be welcomed. I am willing is the welcome mat. There can be days when the words feel small and the old story feels loud. That is okay. Say them anyway, softly. Let the breath carry them like a feather on a breeze. If saying them aloud feels too much, think them. If thinking them feels too much, feel the shape of willingness in the body, a soft jaw, a spacious chest, a steady belly. The body can practice the posture of willingness even when the mind is noisy. Soon the mind follows the body's lead. Sometimes the next step after I am willing is very ordinary. Clear the desk, drink water, send one thoughtful message, learn one small skill, revisit one page of a plan. Ordinary steps are sacred when taken from a willing heart. They signal to life, I am ready. Symbolic readiness attracts real openings. Doors respond to signals, not just wishes. Willingness is a clear signal. If journaling supports this practice, write one line each morning. Today I am willing to. Let the pen fill in the rest. Keep it simple. Today I am willing to be kind to my body. Today I am willing to give 10 minutes to my dream. Today I am willing to ask for help. This is not a list of demands. It is a list of gentle invitations. Invitations create space. Space invites opportunity. Let these 3 words become a soft mantra as the day moves. They can be tucked into a pocket, spoken in a whisper, or repeated silently in busy places. They travel well. They work in quiet rooms and crowded streets. They are a key that fits many locks. Each time they are used, the body learns that openness is safe. Safety invites possibility. Possibility opens doors. Here is the simple map that explains why willingness works so well. Thoughts affect feelings. Feelings affect the body. The body affects actions. Actions shape outcomes. Most people try to change outcomes with force while keeping the same tense thoughts and tight bodies. That is like trying to push a heavy door while leaning against it. Willingness eases the thought, which eases the feeling, which eases the body, which opens hands for better action. The door swings toward the one who is ready to receive, not toward the one who pushes with clenched fists. Begin with thoughts. When a thought is harsh, it creates fear. Fear tightens muscles and narrows focus. In that narrow focus, only problems are seen. A kinder thought widens the view. The mind can be trained to offer kinder thoughts through simple prompts. What is a more supportive way to see this? Where is the small good in this moment? What is one helpful step that is within reach? These questions are not for perfection. They are for relief. Relief widens vision. With a wider view, better options appear. Move to feelings. Feelings are honest signals. They are not enemies. When a heavy feeling arrives, label it gently. This is sadness. This is worry. This is overwhelm. Naming the feeling lowers the inner heat. Then breathe out slowly. The long exhale tells the body there is no emergency right now. Put a hand where the feeling lives in the body. Say, I am willing to soothe this place. The feeling will not vanish on command, but it often softens. Softness is enough to take the next step. Now, the body. The body is the stage where thoughts and feelings perform. Change the stage, and the play changes. Lift the crown of the head as if a string is gently lengthening the spine. Let the shoulders glide down. Unlock the knees. Soften the jaw. Keep the tongue resting at the roof of the mouth. Breathe low and slow. This posture of ease is not cosmetic. It signals calm to the entire system. Calm opens the gate where creativity lives. In calm, solutions that were invisible become visible. In calm, help can be noticed and accepted. From this calmer base, actions arise that match inner truth. They are not frantic. They are clear. They are often small and steady. Write a kind email, update a single line on a plan, invest 15 minutes in a skill, tidy the space where work is done, step outside for fresh air and sunlight. Each action is a vote for the life that is wanted. Votes add up. Soon there is a new identity built from many small, willing choices. That identity walks like someone who belongs in bright rooms. Doors recognize that walk. To make this flow practical, use a 3-part rhythm whenever stuck. First, pause. 1 slow breath in, 1 longer breath out. Second, place. Put a hand on the area of tension. Third, phrase. Say, I am willing to see this differently. Then ask, what is the next kind step? Wait for a simple answer. Follow it. This rhythm interrupts old loops and places the mind and body on a new track. Practice it at thresholds, before calls, before writing, before learning, before rest. Thresholds are where doors live. Old patterns may try to return. That does not mean failure. It means growth is active. When the old story appears, nod to it with kindness. An old fear is here, and I am willing to be gentle. Revisit the rhythm, pause, place, phrase, then take 1 step. Even if the step is as small as drinking water or opening a window, it moves the day forward from a willing state rather than a rigid one. Momentum born from willingness is steady and sustainable. It does not burn out. It builds trust. Trust has a sound in the body, a steady heartbeat, a smooth breath, a grounded stance. Trust has a tone in the mind, patient, friendly, clear. Trust feeds action that aligns with opportunity. Opportunity loves aligned action. It meets those who signal readiness. Willingness is the cleanest signal of readiness because it leaves space for grace. It says, I will do my part, and I welcome support for the parts I cannot see. This balance of effort and openness is the sweet spot where doors unlock. To seal this understanding, speak these lines softly, letting each one rest for a breath. I am willing to think thoughts that support my healing. I am willing to feel and soothe my feelings. I am willing to let my body find its calm rhythm. I am willing to take simple actions that match my true path. I am willing to let life meet me with kindness. Let the words wash through the system. Let them root in the belly and bloom in the chest. The bridge is already under the feet. The path is made of small, willing steps, and each step is an opening in itself. Guilt and self-criticism often sit like stones in the chest. They slow the breath and pull the eyes down. These states do not mean failure. They show where care is needed. Begin by being honest with what is here. If there is guilt, say inside, this is guilt. If there is self-criticism, say, this is a harsh voice. Labeling brings light. Light makes it easier to choose a kinder path. Place a hand where the feeling lives, maybe the chest, the stomach, the throat. Breathe in slowly through the nose and breathe out longer through the mouth. As the exhale lengthens, whisper, I am willing to soften here. Do not push the feeling away. Soften around it, like warm water around a cool stone. Harsh inner talk, often learned from old moments, can echo for years. It says there is not enough time, talent, love, help, money. Scarcity tightens fists and shoulders. When that echo starts, pause. Spread the fingers and open the palms. Let the shoulders drop by half an inch. Say, I am willing to see this with kind eyes. A kind inner eye changes the body's chemistry. The heart rate slows. The breath gets deeper. The belly has room to move with the breath. In this state, the mind can offer wiser options. Bit by bit, the body learns that support is allowed. Give the feeling permission to speak, but not to drive. If the inner critic becomes loud, greet it with a steady tone. I hear you, and I am willing to lead with care. This separates identity from the voice. You are not the voice. You are the one who chooses the tone of the next moment. Scan the body with attention. Where is the tightest place? Place the hand there. Count a slow 4 on the inhale and a slow 6 on the exhale. Repeat 3 times. After the third breath, say, I am willing to loosen my grip on this tense story. Often the story begins to shift as the muscles release their hold. Scarcity can look like rushing from task to task without a pause. Set a small rhythm that interrupts this loop. Every hour, stop for 1 minute. Place the feet flat. Let the jaw unclench. Touch the heart center. Speak a gentle truth. I am willing to be guided to an easier way. 1 minute of ease can change the next hour. The nervous system learns that safety exists inside the day, not outside it. Safety grows with practice. With safety, creativity returns. With creativity, new choices appear, choices that fit the life you are building. Offer compassion to the past. If an old choice brings guilt, breathe and say, I am willing to bless the one who did not yet know. Blessing does not excuse harm. It frees the present to act with wisdom. If a promise was broken once, set a new tiny promise now. Keep it today. Keeping one small promise builds a bridge toward trust. When trust grows, the inner critic loses its job. It quiets because its alarm is no longer needed. Turn toward the body again. Rub the palms together until warm. Place them over the eyes and let darkness soothe the mind. Feel the hum of life in the fingertips. Breathe out a little longer. Release the hands. Notice if the forehead feels smoother, the eyes more at rest. Say, I am willing to feel safe in my own company. This sentence unties many knots. Here is a gentle written practice that helps the mind and body agree. On a piece of paper, draw 2 columns. Title the first column, Harsh Thought. Title the second, Kind Response. Fill in 1 line at a time. If the harsh thought says, it's too late, write in the kind column, I am willing to begin where I am. If the harsh thought says, no one will help, write, I am willing to be surprised by support. Keep the lines short. Read the kind column aloud twice a day. The body learns the new tone by hearing it often. When self-criticism returns, as it will from time to time, use a small ritual to prevent a spiral. Touch the place between the eyebrows. Breathe slow and long. Say, a part of me is scared. I am willing to be gentle with this part. Then move the body for 1 minute. Shake the hands, circle the shoulders, sway the hips. Movement breaks the loop of tightness. After 1 minute, ask, what would a 1% shift look like right now? Follow the answer. 1% is small enough for the body to accept and large enough for life to notice. Let the day carry this softer stance. When the phone rings, let the breath finish before answering. When the inbox opens, place both feet on the floor first. When a plan feels big, shrink it to 1 step. Speak often to the body with kindness. It listens well. Say, I am willing to treat myself like someone worth caring for. In a body that feels cared for, doors look closer and handles feel friendly in the hand. The mirror is a doorway to a deeper bond with self. Approach it as if greeting a dear soul. Stand or sit with the back long and the shoulders easy. Let the gaze meet itself without judgment. It may feel odd at first. That is okay. Begin with breath. Inhale gently and let the belly rise. Exhale slowly and let the belly fall. Keep the mouth soft. If the face wants to smile, allow a small, honest smile. If not, a neutral gaze is enough. Say inside, I am willing to be here with you. Words spoken to the reflected gaze reach deep places. Say slowly, I am willing to love and support you. Notice the response in the body. Maybe warmth spreads in the chest. Maybe tears rise. Maybe the mind questions. All responses are welcome. Continue with steady kindness. I am willing to be on your side. I am willing to listen to your needs. I am willing to forgive the old mistakes. These lines are not force, they are nourishment. Nourishment must be given often for roots to strengthen. 2 to 3 minutes, morning and night, can change the inner landscape. Keep it simple. In the morning, after washing the face, look into the eyes and speak one line that fits the day. I am willing to show up with calm. In the evening before sleep, offer a closing line. I am willing to let peace restore me. The mind loves clear routines. With repetition, the routine becomes a safe path the heart knows how to walk, even on difficult days. If the gaze looks away, stay kind. Do not scold. Say, it's okay to take this slowly. Then return the eyes when ready. If the inner voice starts to criticize the face, the skin, the hair, interrupt with a gentle correction. I am willing to see the light in these eyes. Practice seeing that light, a spark of life that has carried you through every moment so far. Light in the eyes is proof of hope. To deepen the practice, place one hand on the heart while looking into the mirror. Feel the beat. Let the breath match that rhythm, steady and quiet. Speak in a tone you would use with a tender friend. I am willing to care for you today. I am willing to be kind even when the world is loud. I am willing to learn the next step. The body believes the voice it hears most often. Make sure the voice it hears in the mirror is a trusted one. If resistance feels strong, set a tiny goal, 10 breaths with steady eye contact. Count each breath by touching a finger to the thumb. After 10, say, thank you for staying, then stop. End well. Ending well teaches the mind that the practice is safe and doable. Safe and doable invites you back tomorrow. There can be days when the face in the mirror holds sadness. Let the eyes soften. Say, I am willing to sit with you in this. No fixing, just kindness. Let the shoulders slump if they need rest. Let the jaw loosen. Allow the tears if they come. Tears are the body watering the garden. After the wave passes, add, I am willing to believe in gentle change. Then take one small action that supports the body, a drink of water, sunlight on the skin, a few steps outside, or a tidy corner. Mirror work can also welcome prosperity and opportunity. Speak this line with calm steadiness. I am willing to prosper in ways that bless my life and others. Feel how the body responds. Prosperity begins as a state of openness. The mirror practice trains that openness through tone, breath, and gaze. Over time, the eyes in the mirror start to look like a friend you can rely on. A friend like that can walk into any room with quiet confidence. Doors recognize that energy. To anchor this habit, pair the mirror practice with an existing routine. After brushing teeth, do 2 minutes. After washing hands before bed, do 2 minutes. Stacking habits keeps them steady. Keep a small note by the mirror that says, I am willing. Let it catch the eye and invite a moment of presence even on busy days. Carry the mirror feeling into the day. When meeting a challenge, recall the soft gaze. When speaking to another, use the same tone used in the mirror. When planning steps toward a goal, return to the line that feels most true. I am willing to be on my side. When you are on your side, the world begins to feel less like an opponent and more like a partner. Partners can do great things together. Opportunity answers clarity more than pressure. Pressure narrows the view and chases away insight. Clarity arrives when thoughts are simple and supportive. Create a short, living list that guides the day. Take a sheet of paper and write 4 areas at the top: work, health, relationships, money. Under each, craft one sentence that begins with, "I am willing to learn the next right step in." Keep it honest and small. For work, I am willing to learn the next right step in sharing my skills. For health, I am willing to learn the next right step in caring for my body. For relationships, I am willing to learn the next right step in kind communication. For money, I am willing to learn the next right step in steady prosperity. Place this list where eyes will land, on a desk, a wall, or inside a journal. Speak each line slowly, once in the morning and once in the evening. Speaking out loud shapes the breath, and breath shapes the body's readiness. When the body is ready, life feels more welcoming. A welcoming body notices the email that matters, the idea that feels right, the person to contact, the skill to practice. This is how clarity grows. Small, clear sentences spoken often, followed by simple steps. Refine the sentences as days pass. Clarity improves with use. If a line feels too big, narrow it. For example, shift. I am willing to learn the next right step in my health to I am willing to drink water before coffee. When the small line becomes natural, expand it again. This is how change becomes stable. Small foundations stacked with care. Before working on tasks, take 1 minute to breathe with the paper in hand. Inhale slowly, exhale longer. Run a fingertip under the first line. Ask, what is the smallest step that matches this intention? Wait quietly. The first step may be to send a message, draft a note, open a file, or learn a short lesson. Set a timer for 15 minutes, the willingness window. Work gently until the timer ends. Then stop, stand, breathe, and thank yourself. I am willing to honor small, honest steps. Small, honest steps invite larger openings. When confusion rises, write a single question at the top of a fresh page. What would clarity say? Then list 3 short answers. Do not overthink. Keep each answer to one simple sentence. Choose one and give it 10 minutes. Clarity increases through action. Action does not need to be grand. It needs to be true. Create a few supportive thoughts that meet common blocks. If the mind says, I don't know enough, reply, I am willing to learn one thing today. If the mind says there isn't time, reply, I am willing to give 15 minutes. If the mind says no one cares, reply, I am willing to care and let caring be enough to start. These replies shift the inner climate. A kinder climate grows better ideas. Let the body join the process of aligning with opportunity. Sit with both feet grounded. Lengthen the spine lightly. Relax the hands. Breathe low. This stance says, I am here and ready. Read the list from this posture. Feel how the words land in a relaxed body compared to a tense one. The relaxed body hears yes more easily. Yes is the doorway sound. As the day unfolds, carry the list like a compass. When a choice appears, hold it next to the sentences. Does this step serve the intention? If yes, give it a small block of time. If not, set it aside without drama. Opportunity responds to consistent direction. Saying yes to aligned steps and no to noise is how direction stays true. Each evening, add 1 line to a short evidence log. Write the smallest proof that the day moved in a supportive direction, sent a message, drank water first, learned a new part, spoke kindly to myself in the mirror. The mind often forgets wins and counts only what is left to do. An evidence log trains the mind to see progress. Seeing progress builds faith. Faith keeps the door-opening rhythm steady. If doubt returns, Return to the first sentence. I am willing to learn the next right step. Learning invites guidance. Guidance is generous when asked with humility and steadiness. Ask, then listen while walking, washing dishes, or sitting quietly. Guidance often arrives in simple language, not grand speeches. Call them. Edit the first paragraph. Rest now, try again at 10. Eat a real lunch. These simple directions, followed with care, place the feet on the path where doors stand unlocked. Protect clarity with gentle boundaries. Begin the day without rushing to messages. Give the inner compass 5 minutes first. Read the sentences. Breathe slow and long. Choose one step, then meet the world. Midday, pause for a short reset. 3 breaths, a sip of water, 1 line read aloud. Evening, close with gratitude for any step taken, no matter how small. Gratitude is a soft polish that lets the light of clarity shine. Let the final words of this segment settle into the center of the chest. I am willing to think supportive thoughts. I am willing to speak words that open space. I am willing to take steps that match my heart. I am willing to let opportunity notice me. Speak them once more, slowly. Feel the body receive them. This is the inner alignment that turns handles with ease. Where there is clarity, there is a welcome. Where there is a welcome, doors open. Small moves carry quiet power. The mind often looks for big steps, but the body trusts what is gentle and clear. Begin the day by choosing one small action that fits the intention already set. If the intention is to share gifts with the world, open a note and write 3 simple lines about what those gifts are and who they help. If the intention is to care for the body, fill a glass with water and sip it slowly while breathing with a calm rhythm. If the intention is to grow steady prosperity, look at one expense and bless it while deciding one kind choice that brings more balance. Set a short timer. 15 minutes is enough. During this willingness window, focus on just one step. When the timer ends, pause, breathe out longer than you breathe in, and say, I am willing to honor small, honest steps. This signals to the entire system that growth is safe and doable. The nervous system reads behavior more clearly than it reads grand plans. A single email sent with a calm body speaks louder than a perfect strategy written in a tense state. A tidy corner of a desk changes the mind more than a day of heavy self-talk. Each small move tells life. Readiness is here. Readiness attracts openings because it shows a partnership with the moment. The world responds to steady signals. Keep them simple. Keep them kind. Let action arise from the posture of softness, not from pressure, but from care. When choosing the day's small step, ask a gentle question. What would make things 1% easier? 1% is a bridge the body can cross without fear. Perhaps that bridge is updating one sentence in a profile or plan. Perhaps it is watching a short lesson and practicing one skill with curiosity. Perhaps it is writing a thank you message that was put off. These steps may seem ordinary, yet they build a rhythm of progress. Rhythm is how doors notice the knock. If resistance appears as procrastination, meet it with physical movement first. Roll the shoulders, stretch the fingers, walk for 2 minutes. Movement breaks the freeze response. After moving, ask again, what is the kindest next step? Then set the timer. Keep the timer sacred. Begin when it starts, rest when it ends. This structure becomes a safe container where creativity can work without pressure. Celebrate each finished window. Write 1 line in an evidence log. Gave 15 minutes to what matters. The mind loves evidence. Give it proof that progress is real. The log becomes a mirror that reflects change back to the heart. Confidence grows not from rare leaps, but from daily steps that match truth. Confidence built this way feels stable. It shows in the eyes and the voice. Doors respond to that steady glow. Carry a few supportive sentences for common blocks and speak them before each window. I am willing to take one simple step today. I am willing to learn as I go. I am willing to do this gently and well. Let the breath ride each word. Let the shoulders soften as the words land. When the body relaxes, the step feels lighter and ease invites momentum. Momentum born from ease is sustainable. It does not exhaust, it renews. A calm body notices what a tense body cannot. Calm widens attention so that helpful details come into view. A message that matters, an idea with energy, a timing that feels right. Create a daily receiving practice to tune this awareness. Sit with both feet grounded and the spine long. Rest the hands open on the thighs, palms up. Breathe in for a gentle count of 4 and breathe out for a slow count of 6. Repeat for a few rounds until the exhale naturally lengthens and the jaw feels soft. Say inside, I am willing to notice support. I am willing to let good in. These words set the direction. The breath sets the state. Shift attention to the senses. Notice the feeling of clothing on the skin, the temperature of the air, the weight of the body on the chair. Let sounds be heard without labeling them as good or bad. Let the eyes soften and take in the space without hunting for anything. This is receiving mode, open, relaxed, present. In this mode, the mind can connect dots and welcome subtle guidance. Ideas often arise in simple words. Call now, edit the first page, rest for 10 minutes, try the early morning, say yes, say no. These small instructions become clear when the inner noise turns down. Add a short 3 blessings check once or twice a day. Pause and name 3 supports that are already here. Perhaps someone's kindness earlier. Perhaps a quiet hour to focus. Perhaps a body that carried the day. Naming support teaches the mind to see help where it once saw only gaps. What is seen grows stronger in the experience. Seeing support trains the nervous system to feel safe, and safety is the soil where creativity and opportunity grow. When stress rises, use the breath to return to receiving. Place a hand on the belly and another on the chest. Inhale low into the belly, then let the breath rise to the chest. Exhale slowly in one steady stream, as if cooling a warm cup of tea. Whisper, with each exhale, I make space for support. After a few rounds, feeling usually shifts. In that shift, look around the room for something that brings ease. A plant, a color, a bit of sky. Let the eyes rest there for a few seconds. The body reads that ease and follows it. Protect receiving mode with gentle boundaries. Begin the day with the inner compass before stepping into messages and noise. Take 2 minutes to breathe, set the intention, and choose one step. Midday, take another 2 minutes to return to open hands and long exhales. Evening, allow 3 breaths to close the day, naming even the smallest good. This simple frame holds the mind and body in a steady field where opportunities can be seen and welcomed. Resistance is part of growth. It does not mean the path is wrong. Often it means the path matters. When resistance returns, meet it as a visitor, not a villain. A soft approach works best. Begin with the familiar rhythm. Pause, place, phrase, pause. Take one slow inhale and a longer exhale. Place. Put a hand where the tension sits, jaw, chest, belly, or shoulders. Phrase, say, a part of me is scared. I am willing to be gentle with this part. This simple act separates identity from the state and brings kindness to the place that needs it most. After the rhythm, choose the tiniest action. Open the document, title the page, write one sentence, save and close if that is enough, or send the one message, or learn for 5 minutes. Keep the step so small that resistance cannot argue. The goal is not to finish. The goal is to move the body through the doorway of start. Once through, momentum often takes over. If not, honor the small move and rest. Growth honors pacing. Use language that disarms the inner fight. Instead of "I must," try "I am willing." Instead of "I can't," try "I am willing to learn how." Instead of "It's too late," try "I am willing to begin where I am." These shifts ease the body. Eased bodies make better choices. They also recover faster when a day does not go as planned. Recovery is a skill. Practice it by ending each day with one line of truth that lifts, not judges. I took a step. I cared. I showed up. I will try again tomorrow. Create a resistance relief kit that can be used anytime. Include 3 items or actions that soothe the system in under 3 minutes. Perhaps a short walk to the door and back, a favorite calming scent, a stretch that opens the chest, a sip of water taken slowly, or a smile placed gently on the face for 10 seconds to cue the body toward ease. Keep the kit close. Use it the moment the mind starts to tighten. Quick soothing prevents spirals. When resistance shows up as perfectionism, practice good enough with love. Set a small time box for a task. Work kindly until the bell. Stop at the bell, bless the effort, and move on. Blessing the effort trains the mind to respect progress more than polish. Opportunity prefers steady progress to perfect delay. Doors respond to those who knock with consistency. If resistance appears as self-doubt after a setback, breathe and add a compassionate reframe. That was a lesson. I am willing to learn from it. Write 3 simple learnings without drama. Then choose one small adjustment for next time. Lessons become wisdom when turned into tiny changes. Wisdom walked daily looks like grace. Grace opens rooms that force cannot enter. When the day grows heavy, simplify to one act of care. Drink water, step outside, or speak one line of truth with a hand on the heart. I am willing to trust my next step. Small care resets the system. From reset, begin again. Let the day close with a soft structure that holds all this practice. Morning, 2 to 3 minutes at the mirror. Meet the eyes with kindness. Speak one line that sets direction. I am willing to show up with calm and clarity. Then read the intention list and choose one small step. Give that step a short window. Midday, a brief reset. 3 slow breaths, open hands, 1 support named aloud. If needed, a second willingness window. Evening, gather proof of goodness. Write 1 line in the evidence log, no matter how small. Offer gratitude to the body for carrying the day. Speak a closing sentence. I am willing to let rest restore every part of me. This simple routine is not a rule. It is a gentle frame. The frame can flex with life's changes. What matters is the tone. Kind, steady, willing. Tone sets the field. In a field of kindness, growth happens naturally. In a field of willingness, doors open sooner and with less effort. Keep coming back to soft structure, to breath-led presence, to small steps that match the heart. Consistency makes the inner path smooth, and when the inner path is smooth, the outer path often meets it with grace. Carry a few closing affirmations that fit the day like a warm shawl. I am willing to let life support me. I am willing to see opportunities that bless my path. I am willing to take one clear step at a time. Let each line be spoken with the body in mind. Soft jaw, lengthened spine, open chest. The body will remember this posture and find it faster next time. Let this be the final blessing that seals the practice and points the way forward. You are safe to grow at a gentle pace. The heart is strong enough to lead. The mind can learn a kinder language. The body can soften and still be powerful. Life responds to softness with generosity. Each time the words "I am willing" are spoken with sincerity, the world hears a true call. Paths brighten, people who can help appear. Ideas arrive with clear timing. The inner and outer start to match. Here is the natural closing thought that gathers everything in a single thread. Willingness is the key that fits the lock of every good door. Not pressure, not force. Willingness. Willingness to breathe when the mind is loud. Willingness to speak kindly in the mirror. Willingness to take small steps with care. Willingness to receive help and notice support. Willingness to learn from detours and begin again. These are not grand demands, they are daily choices. Daily choices change a life. Speak these lines softly now, letting each one settle with a long exhale. I am willing to think thoughts that support me. I am willing to feel and soothe what rises. I am willing to let my body rest in calm. I am willing to take steps that match my truth. I am willing to welcome the opportunities that are meant for me. Let the words root in the belly and bloom in the chest. Let them travel through the hands and the feet so that action carries their tone. Walk forward with this gentle strength. Doors will notice, doors will open. And as they do, enter with grace, knowing that softness and willingness brought the key all along.